Good morning. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm here at 4881 Farquhar Street in Los Angeles, and I'm in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line for Hugo Bolanos. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that would be underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. Now, I wasn't able to locate and expose or accessible main sewer line cleanout. A main sewer line cleanout is an area outside the structure that has a removable cap, allowing direct access into the main sewer line or the drain system as it exits the building. What I was able to find is a 3-inch cleanout kind of in the crawl space area as you come through the back door of the garage into the sub area and up the hill underneath the living space. There was a little cleanout put in up there, and I had to push through about 45 feet of pipe or so to get outside the structure, and then I managed to get all the way down to the public sewer. I decided to begin my examination from here. Because of the difficult access and the difficult time I had getting the camera to this point, I figured it would be a smoother, more continuous video coming backwards. A couple of things we found, some substandard repairs. There's a lot of construction debris in the line, some of which has been flushed out now since the camera's been pushed through. You're going to see some bolts from that are used to attach toilets to the floors and things like that in the line. They're going to need to get cleaned out. And we've got some substandard repairs also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the camera back out off of the public sewer now. And as we pull back, we're pulling through the 6-inch clay pipe. It's going to come from the city sewer here at the middle of the street back up to the property. Now, the line is coming from under the house and actually exits just to the right of the garage, kind of below the stairs that go up to the front door. There's a little concrete pad or walkway thing there that is running under. It drops down and comes out underneath the sidewalk and the street. Now, these clay pipe materials, they're pretty common. This type of piping is expected to have a long service life. Being a natural material, it's less likely to deteriorate underground. But it is fairly brittle in nature and does have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity or earthquakes. Now, I am seeing some minor roots here in these at the joint areas of this clay pipe. It's a pretty common condition in the older clay pipes. The way those joints were put together, they had a tendency to allow roots to come in. And you can kind of get a look at that here. Now, you'll see they're pretty significant size roots, and there's that bolt I was talking about laying in the bottom of the pipe, kind of wedged into that joint. That should be able to be knocked free with a good thorough cleaning. But it's just a good example of how these roots, if they're left unmaintained, tend to catch debris and increase the potential for blockage. You see as we're coming back here, we've kind of turned and we're pulling back upwards through a pretty steep drop here up under the sidewalk. Also reduced to a 4-inch clay pipe. And this is where we're seeing the more significant root intrusions. Photograph of that. So really we don't have any real good access to effectively maintain this system. Trying to clean a pipe from where I dropped in under the house, just a lot of turns and very difficult access, not a lot of room to maneuver or work, no real room for cleaning machines or snakes, so definitely going to suggest a better clean-out situation at a minimum. You see here, kind of more of the same. And you see how these roots, being left unmaintained, are really making it difficult for us to see the condition of this pipe. There's kind of a shot looking downward. Very possible there's some minor damage here. It's hard to see. What we're also looking at here is a connection from a modern plastic to that old clay right in this area, and that's also got roots coming in. That connection, being a newer style pipe, newer methods of connecting the pipe, is intended to be impervious to roots. Use a coupling that seals that pipe up. So this is the area that I was mentioning is a little bit of a substandard repair. See more roots at this joint of the plastic and coming through, and then where the cast iron meets that plastic, kind of the same thing. So really just substandard work. What little work was done to the line wasn't done properly, and unfortunately this is directly under the front wall there. It's part of the steps. A little difficult to get to, but may be able to come up with some other solution here. Part of the reason I'm suggesting that is you see this old section of cast iron here. This is failing. It's also got roots in it. Roots in the cast iron pipe means that those have actually penetrated the walls of the pipe, and this pipe is at the end of its useful service life, beginning to fail. You see the large chunk there that looks like an actual piece of cast iron pipe either got dropped down into the system and is now caught up, or it's something that's broken off. So this section through here really does need to be, I would suggest, replaced. We're just going to see more of the same here as we pull back and then up underneath the building and up and out into our plastic pipes here underneath the house. So really not much more I need to focus on here today. Just pulling back up into the pipe now that's exposed under the house that we can see. And that's under the building. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video portion of the examination for today. I'll do my best to describe the path of the pipe and what needs to be done here. I'm going to recommend replacing the cast iron from under the house just as it comes out underneath that little walkway under the stairs down to the clay at the sidewalk. And you need to figure out the best solution for that. Might be able to reroute the pipe or do something like that, but section definitely at the end of its useful service life, and then the substandard repairs, and then the significant root intrusions in the clay will need to get cleaned out. Alright, so with that, I'll be issuing a written report to review along with this video. Please do refer to that report for those final findings and recommendations. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.